Scorpio.
Hello Scorpio, Happy New Year. This is your forecast for the entire year of 2014. And for you, it is going to be perhaps a little bit more important than for people most. Why? Because your ruling planet Pluto is in a very prominent place here as we start off New Year's Eve. Pluto is crowned and surrounded in a stellium by the Sun, the new moon, Mercury, and also Venus retrograde here is all in this area of your chart, which is the third house. That will show that you will be focusing so much more on communication, how you communicate, what you communicate, who you communicate with. It's also a house of knowledge, insight, so you might be studying or taking on new studies here this year as well. And it's also the area of siblings. So you might feel that a sibling may need you more this year, or it could be you needing them on some level. And even though these planets move away from Pluto as time passes, New Year's Eve is always like a blueprint, frozen in time, just like a birth chart. Okay, so we kind of keep them there as we put the transits, excuse me, throughout the year on top of them to see how they bounce off each other. So throughout this whole year, this will be underlying what else is to come. But the third house, definitely here, it is going to be very important for you throughout 2014. We're going to follow the movement of Mars. Mars is action, drive, goals, ambitions, and normally it takes 2 years to take one round around the chart. But you can see here this year, Mars is going to take a full 7 months just moving through one sign, not 12, 7 months. Normally it's a 6 weeks passage, so you're going to have a lot of time in this one area where Mars is going to be touring the sign of Libra. And for you, Scorpio, it's going to be the 12th house. 12th house is all about stepping back a little bit. It's focusing inwardly. It's recharging your batteries. The 12th house is also what we could call the karmic house, where we revisit all of those things that we've kind of like put back into our subconsciousness. It's that open, endless ocean. It's the house of Pisces and Neptune. So there's a lot of feelings and emotions, a lot of psychic intuitivity too, to let you know that you might feel how these things are going to start tweaking in your life, where you can pick up signals and emotions from other people, the ambience around you. Now, Mars here might feel a little grounded though, because Mars is fire and it's in this water. However though, I see that Mars is going to do really good here because it's going to allow you to find sometimes some space in your life where you can put some action here to your inner self. Now this is important, especially because we have had Saturn so prominent in your chart for so long here with Saturn in your first house. 2013, it was a busy year, a lot of burdens, a lot of extra responsibility, and you may be feeling like you were at a point of burnout. Now, Mars is going to slow you down so you don't keep running your engines on empty. Mars is going to say, hey, no, you step back now, let somebody else take over, because you're going to rest up. This is going to be a year for you, at least until end of July, where you will feel that meditation, yoga, go out and hug a tree are much more productive for you. And then your energies will pick back up again, Scorpio. So that's until July 24th. Then Mars is going to move into your first house. This is you, the way you portray yourself out and how people respond to you and how they perceive you. They will see that your energies kick right back up and you're out there running strong, feeling more empowered because you've taken some time off. And I think it's due that you can have that rest here for these 7 months, just because it has been very, very taxing on you. So Mars, again, is going to revive. It is going to be meeting up with that Saturn in your first house. And I think once they do, here sometime there in July, coming into September, I'm sorry, you will make new arrangements with Saturn, where Saturn might put on you some new responsibilities. Now you're going to put on a little attachment there and say, I'll do this, but not that. Okay, you're going to draw a line. And I think that is going to be the new thing for you. And you will feel how empowered you are by saying no, because you are normally so responsible, Scorpio, and you're so strong on the inside. Your inner will is so strong that you never want to show the world that there might be a slight little sliver of something saying that you're weak. You're not weak. You're super, super strong. But by drawing a line and saying no in the right places is what is going to temper it and moderate this overwork that you've had so much of. Good for you. Then we have from September 14th to October 27th, Mars is going to be moving into the income sector, the money that you make and earn. And so you're going to have focus on here to see how you can streamline it, tweak it, make more of it. Maybe even find new ways of expanding this area. So great energy there. It's not going to be too long. It's like a month and a half, but that's good. That's the normal speed that Mars moves through a sign. And then it's coming in from October 27th into the third house of communication, meeting up with those very planets that were up on top there on New Year's. And it will be passing over those degrees that New Year's held. And it will reignite the energies there of the Sun, the New Moon, Pluto, Mercury, and also Venus. This is from October 27th to December 4th. So it's wrapping up the whole year there at the very end of the year. And you will see exactly just how much you have grown, what you have accomplished, and the manner that you have accomplished this new you. And while we're talking about the new you, let's talk a little bit about Pluto and Uranus. We know, we've talked about it now all last year when they come in to their aspects of the squares. Yes, there's tension, and the weakest link in the chain, yes, that will snap, but only for the higher good. So, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's just that the universe is looking out for you and how you can grow, how you can empower yourself, how you can expand and become that new you as Uranus renews you and as Pluto transforms you, right? And Pluto is your ruling planet here. Now, where is this really going to come out? Where are the major changes going to come? Well, you've seen the stress that has been building. We've had several of these squares in the past. Now go back and think, what did you experience in the period between April 17th and June 28th in 13? And what did you experience between September 21st and that of December 12th in 2013? Busy, 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 hammer down, busy, 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 right? To the point where you're saying, I don't want to do it like this no more, because there's no room for you. There's just room for everything else that you're taking in. So that tension was building up. Then it's going to reduce itself somewhat here. From the top of the year, it's still there active, but it's going to reduce itself somewhat. Then it's coming back in here March 12th to May 24th. But this time around, you've had a couple of rounds in the past, so you will recognize when it's coming. And as you recognize it, you're no longer the victim. It's more like you see it coming and you're taking it on in stride. And this is the universe giving you the opportunity to really check yourself. How strong are you now by yanking out that chain, that weak link in the chain, so that you can embed the new. This is what it's all about. You'll have a second chance this year as well, November 4th to that of April 25th in 2015. So that's going to be a longer phase. And then we should be pretty much done with these squares when we come to 2015. It's been an ongoing situation ever since 2011 there. So yes, it takes time to create major, deep spiritual change. It's not like a weekend happenstance, flipping a switch, making a conscious choice of change. No, this is so deep. It goes down to the very smallest cellular memory in our body, the cellular memory that we have throughout this lifetime, but even deeper than that. It takes out these patterns that we've been carrying with us, maybe for lifetimes, right? Therefore, they're so embedded in our consciousness that we just act as automatic robots. And so in this is why it's been taking so long, so that we have time and time again having to face or being up against that wall, enough of that tension till we say, you know what, I'm done with that. I'm not doing it that way anymore. I'm going to empower myself because now I see this new path. That is the whole intention of the universe here for you, Scorpio. And so 3rd house, 6th house, it's communication, and it's also your day-to-day routines, how that's been eating you up, scattering you around, where there's just so much, whereas Mars here in the 12th house is wanting you to collect yourself here, center yourself here within yourself, and connect to the spirituality, to the creativity that the 12th house has, which is a very creative house, but it's also one of the most spiritual houses. This is what I see for you, Scorpio, that you're longing for, because there's a cleansing and a healing vibe in that. So good luck here. 2014 is going to be a very powerful, very blessed year. Yes, it is going to be a little tension every once in a while, but you know what? If anybody can do it, it is you. So hey, listen to your moon and rising sign also for 2014, just to get a fuller scope of what's going on. And then do know that Jupiter here is still with you. It is in the sign of the Cancer, in the 9th house of seeking higher answers. There is that longing to reach, merge, and become one with Source. And Source is spirit. Source is the answers. It's cosmos. It's the oneness. And so between that Jupiter and Mars there, this is where consciousness wants to grow. And maybe this is why Mars is putting you aside over here, so that you can have time to listen to spirit, listen to the questions that you send out to the universe and the answers that you take in. So hey, listen, I'll see you next month. And in the meanwhile, have a good one. And do remember to subscribe so you can get your videos into your inbox. I'll see ya. Bye now.